So this is a barometer that we're going to make. It's going to measure the air pressure. When the air pressure goes up, the air is going to push down on this and it's going to make this tip go up. When the air pressure goes down, this is going to come up and this tip is going to go down. See how it goes up and down? And once we're done showing how to make it, we'll show how to measure this. We started with a balloon. We just need to pull that tight and cut the neck off the balloon. And now we have our jar. We're going to have to get our fingers in here really good and stretch this out really tight. And you're going to probably need someone to help hold the jar. We want this stretched out over the top. So that's nice and tight with it out without it being loose. Now we're going to take our straw. And this is a bendy straw. We don't want the bendy part, so we're just going to cut this off. Now we want to point at the end, so we're just going to cut this at an angle so the straw kind of makes a point at the end. We're going to tape the straw to the top of this so that it can move up and down when the air changes. We don't want the straw over both edges because then it won't move. So we want the middle of the straw about in the, or the end. So we want the end of the straw about in the middle and it going over the edge. And then we're going to take this down. Now that it's taped down, we're not going to play with it. We're not going to use it as a drum or a banjo because that's going to ruin our scientific instrument. And then what we can do is we can put this up against the wall and then measure the changes. So we're going to take a piece of paper with tape on it and we're going to put this flat up against the wall. And we're going to take our barometer instrument and we're going to put it up and have it pointing at the wall, but we don't want it quite touching. If it's touching, it'll drag. So we want it right like there. So we're going to make a mark for the first day, right even with the line, with the straw. And then we're going to put today's date on it. The next day, if the pressure is changed, we're going to make another line right even with the straw, and then write that day's date on it. Then we can move this out of the way so we don't bang it. With the ruler, I'm going to measure from yesterday to today's and look at the difference. I'm going to use metric system in centimeters because it's a lot smaller. On this make-believe one, we have 11 centimeter difference, and then I'm going to record that on my sheet. From day to day, I don't think we're going to ever really have that big of a difference. I think it's going to be pretty small from day to day, but we'll see. So here's my chart that I'm making. I have my day, the time, the inside temperature, outside temperature, pressure change, and the weather outside. So for day 1, I recorded the time, the temperature, the other temperature. There's no pressure change because it's my first day, and then the rain. On the second day, which is my pretend day, I recorded the time, the inside temperature, outside temperature, and then the change in pressure that we just measured of 1.1 centimeters, and then the weather, which I'm pretending like it'll be sunny that day. But I want you guys to record the real temperature and the real weather and the real change.